Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Avernum. In the last one, we ran around doing a lot of our bounty board quests. Got most of them complete, except for just one here. These picks and shovels that were needed. And I was looking all over the place where I might get these picks and shovels, and it didn't even occur to me that we had this whole dungeon up here where goblins were digging out tunnels. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be picks and shovels there I could grab. So I was going to head over towards Kotra here, but I think instead I'm going to head up towards those caves, and then from there we'll just head up to Formello, since we're going to be close to it anyways. Yeah, and we'll save this stuff for later. We'll come back. Nah, they're low-level stuff, not worth our time, really. So we'll head up this way. And this over here is what I thought the hot springs were for that quest he was talking about, but I guess as the map marker shows, it's far up here. Let's just run through here quick and see if we can't find some picks. And some enemies might have respawned, but I don't think they would have. There's another pick. Now we're just looking for a shovel. Alright. How about down here? Anything back here? No. Knife. A hatchet. But no shovel. Oh, another goblin over here. Don't know what he's doing, but he's going to die. Looks like some loot on the ground here that I missed as well. Might as well pick that up. No reason to leave it there. Nothing. Perhaps inside one of these rooms. What was here? Just a sheet of paper. I just can't seem to find a shovel for the life of me. They were everywhere. Now that I actually want one, can't even find them. Any of this sellable? No, looks like no shovels. I found a pick, but no shovel. I'm sure I will find one eventually. There's probably one here I'm just overlooking as well. What about back here? Well, no shovels that I could find anyways. And head up this way then. Some uncharted territory. Looking for Formello. Oh. You enter a large cavern, completely settled by the Avernites. Most free, flat space has been taken up by well-tended mushroom fields and rambling stone farmhouses. Guards patrol the area, keeping the nearby hordes of hostile humanoids at bay. In the center of the cavern, you can see a large city bustling with activity. This is clearly a vibrant, productive area, far more so than you've ever experienced, far more than you ever expected to see when you were sent to Avernum. Okay, so this is probably Formello then. It is indeed. You enter the proud city of Formello, trading hub of all the northeastern Avernum. Even the constant warfare with the nephilim can't entirely dim the buzz of activity going on all around you. You take a moment to listen to the haggling of the merchants and smell the giant lizards. For a moment, you can almost pretend that you're in one of the cities on the surface, except for the fact that everyone is deathly pale and always afraid. Alright. Let's take a look around the city then. A trapdoor. Let's see what it goes down to. Before we explore all this, how about we explore the top ground first? Just some guards. We've got another one of these statues over here. This is a statue of a tall, armored woman. Looking closely, you can see that she's making a slight swaying motion. Say, you look interesting. What do you do? I talk to those that I am supposed to talk to. Then it is silent. Okay, maybe interactions for a quest at some point. There's a large natural underground spring here, pouring out of a huge crack in the rock surface. This spring is the lifeblood of this town and the surrounding area. Iron bars have been placed blocking off the spring so that nobody can tinker with the source. Probably a good idea. What do we have back here? The sign says Chambers of Thantria. All who enter must be tested. All who challenge her will be slain. Some more of these barriers that we've been seeing around. City Hall. Okay, well, we'll talk to the mayor last because we have a quest to do that. Wow, is it big? Great Library of Formello. Okay, and what about this back area here? Speakers of Holy Chants. We spoke to one of their preachers who was from here. Jasmine's Fine Arms. That's definitely one we'll want to check out. Bernie's Brews. Jen and Ken's Livestock. There's a lot of stuff here. This is very, very big. Both of these, yeah, okay. Barracks. Doesn't look like anyone named outside. There's another bounty board here, though. Let's see. Invading Ogre. An ogre has been sighted in the tunnels northwest of Formello. These large, brutal humanoids cannot be allowed to gain a foothold in our lands. Even one can attract others. Track the creature down and drive it away. The victor will receive a bounty from Mayor Evelyn. Okay. Delivery. Motrax. A leather satchel hangs from the corner of the job board. An unpleasant, meaty smell comes from it. An address label printed to the front reads simply Motrax. Alright. Bounty Rat Nest. Rats have been sighted in the tunnels beneath Formello. They have been spreading their filth and disease and nibbling at our limited supplies. Worse, they have shown interest in sneaking into the great library and chewing up our precious tomes. Their nest is hidden somewhere in the city. Sage Miles will pay a bounty to whoever can eradicate the beasts. We'll do that. The Deadly Crypt. There's an ancient crypt in the tunnels north of Formello. Those who enter it are sealed in, never to leave. Those who chance leads to the nefarious necropolis are never heard from again. We must submit to chance, but we can act to improve our odds. Any who enter the crypt and learn how to escape can receive a reward for this knowledge from Mother Claudette. She will use this information to ensure that fewer pilgrims are ensnared. Okay, a couple decent side quests we can pick up. We have over here. These pens are used to store the merchant's lizards of burden. Their caravans are pulled by giant declawed, defanged reptiles. They're dumber than horses and nastier and slower. But Avernum has lots of lizards and no horses, so they make do. Avernite ingenuity. There's nothing like it. Yeah, when you're trapped here and you gotta make do with what you have. Alright. A lot of pens around here. Whoop. The Dark Pinnacle. Alright. What about here? Just guards from the looks of it. I wonder anything we can take that's not considered stealing? Doesn't look like it. But these are all just generic cards. Let's head into the tavern. That's always a good place to start. Golazar. A man sits at the table, hunched over a bowl of some sort of purple beverage. He mutters to himself quietly. What brings them to Golazar the Sage, he mutters. What indeed? What are you drinking? He sniffs at his drink. It's purple. I don't... You say you're a sage? I'm sort of a sage, but now I need a vacation. A long vacation. He drinks more of his purple syrup. A sage? How interesting. What were you studying? I was researching with Leith. We were asking Motrax about a magic sphere. He may have found something out. Beats me. I was too busy being driven insane. He takes a deep swig from his bowl, realizes it's empty, and gets it refilled with some more purple fluid. Magic sphere? Tell me about it. It was called the Orb of Thralny. It could do remarkable things. Yes, amazing, or so people said. Leith is at the cave of Motrax to the north. Ask him about it, if, of course, he's not already mad. So you're insane, huh? And you learned the cave of Motrax is to the north. We had to deliver that satchel to him. He rounds on you, a manic glow in his eyes. Yes, it was the spiders that made me like this, not those spell-casting ones. Excuse me, spell-casting spiders? Sure, they almost killed me, but they weren't the worst. No. It was the friendly ones. Friendly ones. He seems to be becoming agitated. You back away. Friendly spiders made him go crazy. A wiry man in black clothes is busy wiping down the counter. It's hard to see his face through his long black hair. Welcome to the Dark Pinnacle, he says. I'm Gad. What can I do for you? I'm an adventurer. Heard of any missions around here we could do? Well, no. Wait, yes. I've been wanting to get my hands on some sugar. Some real, honest surface world sugar. I think some gets sent down through the portal sometimes. Bring me some, and I'll pay you very well. Where could we possibly find sugar? Look in the storerooms of Fort Avernum. The special things sent down through the portal are often stored there, for distribution to, well, the needy or whoever, or the powerful and well-connected. The storerooms are locked, of course, but ingenious adventurers such as yourself should be able to get in. Wouldn't that be stealing? Of course it's stealing. You could try to find the sugar someplace else. The stuff is very rare. So we found that sugar, and I'm pretty sure I just sold it. I think I put it in my bag and sold it, so we'll have to find some different sugar. What can I get at this inn? You sell a drink and rooms for the night, and I hope you buy. Business has been unpredictable lately. I want a drink. What do you have? Ah, the finest wine in Avernum. Even gremlins will drink it. and they're picky about these things. I bet I could give that to the gremlins and they would give me something for it. I'll have to try that out next time I'm in the area. Doesn't look like anything worth stealing in here. I imagine there won't be anything, but you can always give it a look. Okay, inn's pretty much empty. Vermeer's Center. Training for the bold and stylish adventurer. This could be useful. You enter Formello's training hall, where several adventurers and soldiers are exercising and practicing their skills. Occasionally, one has to dodge an errant flame bolt or arrow shot by another. When you enter, one of them nods to you in greeting. They instantly recognize a fellow spirit. Just randoms, but we do have the actual trainer here. Let's talk to him, see what he can teach us. A man in long silk robes putters around, looking mysterious. A large hood hides his face. He seems to be trying to be all ominous and scary, but the effect really isn't coming together. I am Vermeer's, he intones, teacher of wandering warriors. I can impart knowledge to the worthy. What's with the clothes? He chuckles in a supposedly sinister way. I train all those who come to me. Dramatic intake of breath for a price. How does one prove worth? Well, money is the best way. Giving it to me, I mean. Of course. I want to learn. What can he teach us? Blade Master and Cave Lore. Ooh. I am going to buy 2 levels of Cave Lore there. Because I want to get my Cave Lore up. I want it as high as possible. That puts it at 2 and 2, and I can buy 2 levels per character. I don't mind spending the money there on that. I think it's good. Yeah, we did sell the sugar as well, I think. Yeah. I should have held on to it, but I didn't know about this quest, so. We got the library here as well. We have Miles. The mage sitting at the desk is surprisingly fit. He is young, just shy of middle age, and very tall. He has a nicely trimmed black beard. I am Sage Miles. Welcome, he says, to the great library of Formello. No withdrawals, no open flames. Spells can be purchased from me, and please, he looks at your dirty gear with great unease. Wash your hands before fingering the books. May I ask what you do? Well, I run this library. Third best in the pit, the only superior libraries are in Patrick's Tower and the Tower of Magi, far to the south. Mages come here to do research and compare notes. Oh, and occasionally purchase a spell. Buy a spell? You mean you'll teach us spells? Is that legal? No, definitely not. The teaching of magic to those not specifically permitted by the Empire is extremely forbidden. On the surface, this law is strictly enforced. Fortunately, they don't know what we're up to down here. Tell me about this library. His face brightens. Isn't it glorious? Over the years, many books have been smuggled down into Avernum. Magical tomes, fiction, instructional treatises. As you see, many of them have been gathered here. Magical tomes? Indeed, a few of those are here, sadly. A few of those are here, sadly. Most are requisitioned by the Tower of Magi. I have another question. I'd like to purchase a spell. Ah, that is a lot of mage spells. So I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to buy 1 level. Yeah, I want to get Bolt of Fire leveled up here because getting its damage up, that's her main damage source. So learning haste would be good, and I do have just enough for it, but I don't want to drop all of my money. That could also be good, kind of like an improved version of Daze. Icy rain was what that mage was hitting us with as well. And spray acid would probably be good as well. Well, I want to learn all of the spells eventually, of course, but we don't have the money to spend on all of that just quite yet. Just an unnamed apprentice over here as well. Yeah, just some generic dialogue. The Church of Holy Chance. Talk to Claudette here. You see an old woman in white robes. She wears a small gold ankh around her neck and radiates peace and calm. Welcome, my child, she says. Welcome to the Temple of the Speakers of the Holy Chants. I am Mother Claudette. I provide a place of peace, refuge, and acceptance, and knowledge, if desired. We'll start down here. We met someone named Caius. He told us to mention his name to you. Ah, yes, Caius was a wise acolyte and a good friend. I thank you for passing on his regards. I'm glad to hear that he is well. Tell me about your temple. We are the speakers of holy chants. We are the faith of miners and warriors and adventurers and explorers of Avernum, all who depend on the proper turn of fortune to survive and thrive, all who know that, despite our best efforts, all can be lost. Do you pray to chance? She laughs. Pray? Of course not. Chance does not care what we say or what we hope for. We come to this temple simply to learn to accept all that is out of our control. Why is it such a good faith for Avernum? Because all of our lives depend on fortune now. One ill turn and we will all fade, lost to starvation or Slith-Zerakai invasion. We must learn to accept our precarious fates. Slipping up a lot this episode. I have another question. What aid can you provide to a wandering adventurer? Alas, I am very busy. I can provide knowledge if you are in need for a small donation, but other than that, running a church is much work. Running a church such as this is much work. Can you help us learn more priest spells? Her face lights up. Oh, you're wandering healers. Wanderers of the faith. She sighs. I have been so busy running the church, helping the mayor, and curing what wounds I can. It would be wonderful if others had the skills to help in the struggle, she thinks. If you want, you could buy some spells for a modest donation. What would you be doing right now, were it not for the wars and evil and such? I'd be doing research, not on magic, on the history of priests in Avernum. It fascinates me. I wish that I could continue looking for information on the first priests down here. Perhaps I could help you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? That would be wonderful. Before the war with the Nephilim started, I was going to go north and speak with the dragon Motrax. I had heard that he has a scroll describing one of the first priests here. Go there and recover it, and I would be appreciative. I'd like to learn. So we could upgrade our healing. I can't upgrade protection because it's already level 2. But I could learn War Blessing. Hit more often and do more damage. Pulse Storm we're going to get a free level of. Or we already have a free level of, perhaps. Summon Shade. Ward of Thoughts. Extra chance of resisting mental attacks. Okay. That is the same as... No. The other ward we have is... Oh, that was Steel Ward, which was from a scroll. That's what it was. I think I'm going to upgrade Minor Heal. Maybe I'll do War Blessing. I'm going to do War Blessing, actually. And I'll get Minor Heal later. Okay. What happens to be here? There's a stack of scrolls on the altar, neatly arranged on a rack. The scrolls are made of vellum. They must have been smuggled down from the surface. You touch one of the scrolls with your finger, and it stings you as if you were stung by a bee. It must be magically protected. You leave them alone. Fair enough. No point in stealing 8 copper. We have here Jasmine's Fine Arms. I doubt I'll be able to afford anything here. A woman with graying hair lounges behind the counter, polishing some of her merchandise. Armor and weapons surround her. There is a crude painting of a man in armor on the wall behind her. At least that's what you think it is. Welcome to Jasmine's Fine Arms, she says. Quality wares for quality warriors. Who's the man in the painting? Ah, poor soul. His name was Menric. We were sent into Avernum together. We were just too noisy for those twits up there. We helped build this town, then he died in a nephilim raid. She pauses to wipe away a tear and take a long look at the painting. Can't spend all my time hating or lusting for revenge, so I took over the store and here I am. Why were you sent to Avernum? I know we shouldn't ask this, but we don't have another option. Simple talk. Words the Empire didn't like. That is all it takes sometimes. I sell fine armor and finer weapons. Also, I need some blades and other supplies, if you have anything you're looking to unload. Well, we'll see what we can sell to her, make a little bit of extra money. And let's take a look at her armor. Ooh. It's a bigger hit to hit chance. We can get a steel shield here, another bigger hit to hit chance. Okay, that's basically it. We can do the heavy boots for some people as well. I suppose we could do better gloves, plus 1% chance to evade. Oh no, these are actually worse than the bronze bracers I have equipped. These are just 6 armor. Yeah. But they would be an upgrade for her. Yeah, 1 extra armor. Yeah. Nothing too crazy with the armor then. What about her weapons? Ah, she does have a bronze halberd. You get an iron broadsword as well, would be an upgrade. We check these out here. Yeah, there would be a slight upgrade. Not a ton. But this, yeah, that'd be a pretty nice upgrade as well. They're not huge increases in damage, but they are an increase. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Some good items. Armor especially I could come here for. Bernie's Brews here. There's a portly man with short gray hair sitting behind the counter. When you enter, he is writing haphazardous notes on a sheet of vellum. Your appearance in his shop has left him ecstatic. Welcome, welcome. I am Bernie, a scribe of some wisdom and repute, a seller of papers and invigorating potions. What are you doing? Just doing some inventory. I have all manner of potions and the like, which you may purchase. Also, if you would like, you can hear the chart. It's about the meaning of life. Tell me about the chart. He pulls out a sheet of paper and starts talking and writing. He describes and draws his life above and how he was thrown into Avernum, and what he has learned since he arrived, throwing in many opinions on life in general on the side. It's very interesting. It also makes no sense whatsoever. How did you wind up in Avernum? He says with pride. I think I just said more truth than they were ready for up there. Okay. We can get some scrolls from him. Okay. What about potions? Alright. Healing potion and healing elixir. Some stronger ones here. Nothing too crazy. This was Jen and Ken's livestock. You see a small woman with long dark hair. She smiles sweetly at you. Welcome to my shop. I am Jen. We sell rations of all sorts to wandering adventurers. We manage despite the shortages. There's a shortage of food? Avernum is a hungry land. Mushrooms, lizards, and fish keep us alive, but these caves were not meant to support much life. We could do better if we were not constantly at war with the nephilim. Anything I can do to help? In fact, yes, we have a great need for a high-quality mushroom meal. I hear that they have a lot of it in the Great Cave. Bring it here, and I'll give you a good price for it. These prices are pretty expensive. Yes, well, with all the attacks, it's often difficult to keep up with the demand. There's enough food for the locals, you see, but not much more. Of course, you can't afford our rations. There's Fort Dovno, a scant 40 miles to the south. They may be able to help you. She sends forth a smile of almost blinding sweetness. Okay, I'll buy some food. Nothing I really care about. Checking the main here. Ken. You see a rugged man with a short beard and long blonde hair. He wears heavy leather clothes, and his arms and legs bear a surprising variety of scars. I'm Ken, he says, while holding a lizard down with a boot on its throat. Watch out for these monsters. Where'd you get all those scars? Oh, these? I take care of the lizards. Feed them, look after them, try not to get eaten by them, he chuckles evilly. And butcher them. They don't seem to care for that. Why do you use lizards for meat? Well, there's not too much in the way of livestock down here. The above grounder sent down some cattle, which are good for milk, but the mushrooms turn the meat rancid, so we raise giant lizards. At least they aren't dragons. He looks down and notices that a giant lizard is chewing on his leg. He kicks it off. You want to raise dragons? Dragons? Not that good eating. Problem is, try to butcher them and they blow you up. Plus, there's only 5 of them, or at least 5 we've heard of. He stops talking in order to try and keep a lizard from killing him. 5 dragons? Where'd you hear that? That's what someone told me after visiting Motrax. Motrax is an ancient dragon who lives in the caves to the north. Ah, so the person we're meant to deliver that satchel to is actually a dragon. If you talk to him, he might tell you more. I've never been up there, though. There's enough lizards right here for me. Ah, sorry, excuse me. The lizards have banded together, trying to swarm him all at once. He grabs a cavewood staff and strides into them, shouting and delivering blows as he goes. Okay, so we learned that Motrax is a dragon. I did know that, but was not stated until now. This is your captain's quarters. Anything worth stealing? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, that looks to be most of the city then. Let's head into Town Hall and talk to the mayor. A fidgety woman in a lovely blue dress sits in this gilt cavewood throne. She flips rapidly through the papers on the table next to her. She wears a sash of office made of silk. The cloth must have been brought down from the surface. The moment she sees you, she jumps to her feet. A traveling adventurer, yes, recently arrived from the surface? With effort, she calms herself and sits back down. I am Mayor Evelyn of Formello. I have sent word out to the lands that I am in the business of hiring adventurers. I am glad that you responded. What can you tell me about Formello? It is glorious, is it not? Largest city in northern Avernum. Center of culture and trade. She seems impatient, doubtless eager to return to work. Culture? Be sure to visit our library. It has books. Trade? We are on a major caravan route. Iron and crystals from Fort Draco pass through here to the south. Finished goods come up in return. I have another question. How may I be of assistance to you? A month ago, my gold necklace was stolen by nephilim. That may not sound like the cause of great concern, but it was actually a powerful enchanted item. I believe that it has been taken to their fort to the west. It is a huge fort, and the necklace might be anywhere within. If you can get my necklace and bring it back, we will reward you very, very well. Why is this necklace so valuable? It is no mere trinket. Each mayor of Avernum has one. They enable us to quickly receive messages from the castle. Carrying messages by hand through the underworld is intolerably slow. How did it get stolen? A Nephil assassin somehow slipped into the city. We still aren't quite sure. We still aren't sure how. He broke into my chambers thinking I was asleep. I was not. I ran and shouted an alarm. His plan foiled, he fled, but not before he took the necklace. She thinks, of course, he may not have wanted to kill me. He may have wanted the charm all along. How will you reward me? If you return with my necklace, I'll give you the greatest honor it is in my power to give. I will give you a crown token. That token will allow you to walk in Avernum's halls of power. I'll do what I can. Be assured that I am grateful. Now excuse me, I must return to work. So we heard about those tokens. That's what we need in order to get into the castle and talk to the king. So this seems to be a pretty high priority then. We've got a button on the wall here. Ah. Doesn't look like anyone can see me, so perhaps I can take some of this stuff. No one saw. No one saw. No one saw. Scroll of Lightning. We'll give that to her for now. We're able to tell that it has a trap, but your tool use skill isn't high enough to disarm it. Okay. Don't quite want to go in there, obviously. Not yet. We'll head into the back here. That's quite a lot, because we do have one. I don't know if that +1 is included in this. I believe we have 8 total, because everyone took one hard point plus nimble fingers, so we should have 8, which means that requires quite a high level of tool use to get past that trap. These are the barracks of the soldiers of Avernum. Soldiers tend to be envious and resentful of adventurers, and your reception when you enter is chilly. Conversations die out. They seem to wish you would leave. Door's locked, but we managed to pick it. Stuff here we could try and steal, but a lot of people would see us. Looks like we could probably take a lot of this without anyone seeing. No one saw, good. The fine robes I'll take because they're actually worth some money. Spell ward. Spell ward we'll put over here. I believe this is her bed chambers from the looks of it. Heavy boots. Cool. Can you afford to put them on? You can. Can you? You can as well. That'll give you... Oh, the heavy boots have a hit chance miss, though. I want to take the hit chance. Yeah, I will for her, just because she's going to be getting hit a lot more. But again, I'm going to hold off on him for now, just because he's really not getting hit, like, at all. Scroll of Lightning. There's also a button here. Ah! We've got another trap here. Can I disarm this one? Not high enough to disarm that one either. Okay, perhaps I'll have to put some more levels into tool use. Let's, there's a trap door over here and stairs over here. So why don't we explore some of this? We know there's a rat nest that we want to check out. Oh, right, this just goes to there. Okay, well, let's check out below and see if we can't deal with the rat nest then. Immediately I see a button up here. And a giant rat. Alright. I guess this is the rat nest then. Ooh, a vapor rat. Thankfully, only Aldous was in range. And we'll do a protection here. And go hit that rat. Use a flawless shot. Nice, crit. I want to go here. There we go. After leveling up Firebolt, it has a little bit of a cleave chance as well. Yeah, it can do splash damage at a 30% chance. That's quite nice. Healing potion. Doesn't appear to be anything else. Don't imagine that there would be a shovel down here, would there? To get past that barrier. Some crystals and some money. Perhaps we can check out what's back here. You enter a concealed chamber under the city of Formello. A rank reptilian smell hangs heavy in the air. You also hear deep breathing. It comes from the entrance to the pen to the north. Whoever is down here, they are determined to preserve their privacy. Okay, so lizards down here. Perhaps I will come back after I explore around a little more. Is that a shovel on the ground? Oh, no. I saw a handle, and I hoped. Bag of meal. What do we have here? Portal pylon. So this will be the... Oh, was it locked? It was. This will be the fast travel pylon again. We'll have to come back later and learn how to use those. Something over there. Well, let's heal up and see about those lizards we heard. Have any food to eat? I do not, from the looks of it. So I will just use a healing spell. Okay. Throw down our quick save. And Thantria's Sentinel. Still no battle disciplines. Oh. It's a pretty low % chance to hit. This thing's not a joke. Immune to fire as well. Oh geez. It's a good thing I made that quick save, huh? Something tells me I will not be killing that lizard anytime soon. So, perhaps... see Mage Miles after we get rid of them, which we did. So we'll go talk to Sage Miles. In the library. You report your victory over the rats to Miles. He is understandably very pleased. How many books you have saved this day? Oh, and food, of course, food. As a reward, he gives you a pouch of coins and a pair of scrolls. We got a scroll of Acid Shower, as well as another scroll of Return Life. Acid Shower, we'll give over to her. And what other quests do we have? Let's see. The Crypt, the delivery to Motrax, the Ogre, the Picks and Shovels. Okay, that basically sums that up. Stolen Necklace being our main quest here. I think that more or less sums up everything we can do in Formello right this second. So why don't we see about heading up north towards Motrax? There's something over to the east here as well. Farmhouse. Doesn't look like anything. Let's explore this some of these safe areas around here a little bit as well. There's some spiders there? No. Something else. You encounter a group of giant lizards, chained together and wandering as a group. This group must be owned by nearby farmers. Their teeth and claws have been filed down and they have been branded. They survive by catching and eating smaller lizards, as opposed to people and cows. Giant lizards can't be tamed, of course, but they can be controlled. The people of Avernum have been very creative when it comes to raising livestock. Yeah. It's a little bit we can explore around here. You find signs that a small group of creatures camped here recently. Your sharp eyes detect bits of loose fur among the nearby gravel. Whoever camped here, they weren't human. Nothing on the ground. Well, we know there's lots to explore in these caves. Looks like they go for quite a while. The ogre's up here, the crypts, Motrax, the hot springs, the stolen necklace. We can probably head south down this way, and maybe we'll have to go all the way around. We'll see. That's probably where this cave leads. Let's head up towards Motrax, so we can get a whole bunch done all at once there. You encounter a group of Avernum soldiers patrolling these caverns for dangerous intruders. They nod at you brusquely and move quickly by. They aren't interested in talking with you. Lots of little caverns around here. A dead end. A hidden cache. Another wisdom crystal. We have 2 of them. Ooh. Ah, I thought those mushrooms looked a little weird. You enter a dusty, secluded cavern and are greeted by the rank smell of giant lizards. These aren't the declawed, defanged variety you find in town. These are very wild and very dangerous. They're all over the cavern ahead of you. Fortunately, they haven't sniffed you out yet. You could escape if you wanted. I think I'm fine to fight some giant lizards. Yeah, it should be no problem. And we got some level. Tank is doing his job of tanking. A nice cleave there. Let's hit this one. There we go. And let's do a firebolt. Didn't get a cleave off, but that's okay. Even if they hit, they do hardly any damage. There we go. And of course, she's a little bit behind from losing out on that one fight. Still no splash either. Nice. Got a cleave. Nice. This huge cave was once a mine of some sort. Ruined equipment is scattered about. You search the mine for anything useful and find a small dusty green stone in the rubble. An emerald. Okay. Sure. Retrieved another emerald. Some more wild lizards, probably. Yep. Not a problem. I didn't do my level up, but it's not that big of a deal. Nice. Okay, let's do this level up before I forget as well. It looked like there was 3 of these spots. Any more? Just those? 3 emeralds, that's a decent amount of money. And I think this should be a level up where we get a trait as well. We'll go strength. This should give us a well-aimed blow as well. And we'll go with a level in... should we go a level in tool use or a level in arcane lore? I can't do arcane lore. Let's go pre-spells, actually. If we do pre-spells, that'll actually give us access to Storm Call, I believe. What else do we have? Don't care about that. Dexterous. This character will anger and draw attacks from all nearby foes. Extra levels increase the power of the draw. Yes, he will want that absolutely to tank better. Could get another level of Nimble Fingers as well. I want to take Challenger on him so that he will tank better. And he should no longer be encumbered either. Right? 71, 75, good. And you will go Strength as well. And we'll take 1 point here. And we'll put a point into tool use. Good health would probably be good. But I might do Nimble Fingers as well. %5 damage. Okay. It's just a 5% damage, it's not that big of a deal. The stat increases are obviously also really good. Let's go with Nimble Fingers again to get that tool use up. Dexterity. 1 point in bows and another point in sniper. Get that up. Sure aim. That could be useful. Great wisdom. Increase the experience you get by 4. So that would be a 9% increase. Good health, Nimble Fingers. I'd also just take Nimble Fingers. For now, yeah, I'm going to take Nimble Fingers again. And then on to Cordelia. We'll have 10 intelligence now. 8 into mage spells and 1 more into arcane lore. And then perhaps energy blessing, because that'll actually be like a decent chunk of energy. I could do another point of improved intelligence. Elemental focus could be good. Great wisdom also, maybe. I think the extra spell power will be more useful later, but I haven't been running out of spell power on her, so I think going for something offensive might even be better. Intelligence doesn't actually increase damage. Yeah. Let's go with Elemental Focus, so her Firebolt and other spells will deal more damage, since that is her entire purpose. Alright, that's pretty good. Throw down a save. And I think that'll do it for this episode, actually. And in the next one, we'll continue heading up north and try and find Motrax the Dragon. We got a bunch of quests to do in that area. There's a crypt up there. We got lots of stuff to do. It's going to be a long, long series, that's for sure. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you all in the next video.